Lads, welcome back to Fusion YGO. We are just over that halfway mark. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the month of August. And we are on our way up and up to it. And there's a light right above my head. You can't see it. It's like right there. So I'm like trying not to knock out a light with my forehead. That would be hilarious. But today we are talking about the top 5 cards versus Eldlich. So why don't we go ahead and dive right into this video. Number 5. At number 5 versus Eldlich, we have Dimension Shifter. Dimension Shifter is a really powerful hand trap against pretty much every deck. Banishing every card, and the only requirement is you can't have any monsters in your graveyard. Dimension Shifter is a very, very powerful card. And against Eldlich, all of their cards don't really do anything if they get banished. They're pretty much done. So against Eldlich, I had to put this as number 5 because it is a very, very powerful option, especially against Eldlich because it works until the end of your turn, going first or second. So the end of their turn or the end of your turn. So it could put them in a position where they just can't really win. That being said, Dimension Shifter can also inhibit your ability to play, which is why it's only number 5 on this list. But now we're going to get into some more powerful cards, starting with number 4. Number 4. At number 4, we have what was number 1 on the previous top 5 against Numeron, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is really good against Eldlich because most of their cards are continuous spells and traps and field spells. You're able to use Ghost Ogre as a way to get the card off the field so its effect never resolves because it's a continuous card. And it just gives you a way to gain advantage on an Eldlich deck. Being able to play around that and getting rid of the problem cards before they become a problem and before they spiral out of control. So that's why I put Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit at number 4. Now we're going to move on to number 3. Number 3 versus Eldlich is kind of a duh statement, but it's one that needs to be said. Back row removal of any kind is really powerful against Eldlich, for the simple fact that they're continuous spells and traps for the most part, and at heart, Eldlich is a control-based strategy. So having things like Mystical Space Typhoon, Cosmic Cyclone, Twin Twisters, Heavy Storm Duster, cards like that are going to be very impactful against that deck, especially as quick play spells, because you're able to take care of the problems before the problem becomes a problem. That's a lot of problems in one sentence, but you understand what I'm saying, I assume, that getting rid of problematic cards before they can fully resolve their effects is a really good way to make the strategy just way more manageable. And because these are pretty common side deck cards, you could consider main decking a couple of them just to combat the meta, being Eldlich. But now we're going to move on to number 2. Number 2! At number 2, we have Typhoon. That's right, we're going to blow the problem away. We're just going to, it's gone. Get rid of it. Typhoon will deal with back row during their turn so they never get a chance to activate and resolve their trap card effects, which is what Eldlich desperately wants to and needs to do. It is a great way to just say, boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead. It's a hand trap because if they control back row and you don't, which you won't because you're going second, it is a hand trap back row removal. It's a hand trap MST, which is incredibly impactful and important because they're not able to activate in response to your Twin Twisters or your Cosmic. You just blow it up. It's gone. Problem solved. So Typhoon is a very impactful and powerful card against specifically Eldlich. But there is one card that beats it out. And I'm sure you've already figured out what it is. But let's talk about it anyway. Number 1. And finally, this is kind of a duh because it's a blowout against all control decks, evenly matched. Banishing their cards face down, getting rid of all of their amassed advantage and keeping it gone for good is a really powerful way to say, you're not winning today. I'm going to make this game very, very hard for you. Evenly matched takes away everything of theirs, and it stops them from being able to recur resources or to even build up a board. It kind of just breaks everything apart for them. So evenly matched had to make this list as number one. And that's where we stand. Lads, that's going to do it for the top 5 Cards versus Eldlich. Let me know what your picks for the top 5 Cards versus Eldlich are down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe. Let's get that 500 subs by the end of the month of August this month. Let's hit that 500 subscriber mark, and then we can do a really big, fun giveaway. But I'm not doing it unless we hit 500. Make me spend my money on you. Make me do stuff for you. That's the mission here. So, make me spend my money, hit that like button, that subscribe button. I'll make sure to see you guys in the next video. But until next time, lads, good fun. Have luck.